I'm doing what every artist says that they're not going to do. I'm starting a new sketchbook.
I'm an artist, you understand that? An artist!
But this one is different, I promise. I'm using this sketchbook to learn how to make those beautiful art spreads, you know, the ones that are just stunning and beautifully composed. I don't know how to do that, and I want to, so I figured I'd take you guys on the journey because this has been something that has frustrated me for years, so hopefully we can learn from my mistakes together. This is a completely blank sketchbook, and for once I'm actually going to date it like a real artist. Now, because I wanted to impress you, I did some thumbnailing ahead of time to plan out the spread. Thumbnailing is when you do small, quick drawings to figure out what you're going to do before you start. It helps you think about composition and the different ways to make the artwork. It's done across lots and lots of different mediums and is really helpful. Going forward, I'm going to do the thumbnailing process with you. I think it's going to be helpful to see the thought process behind it. Now, I've clearly picked one and overworked it massively, so we'll just get going and I'll start sketching this out. I can be a little bit neurotic when it comes to laying stuff out with rulers, which is why I don't often do it. I'm made for painting and portraiture, not architecture and graphic design. Once I've drawn my boxes, I'll move on to the fun part, the portrait. Now, I am a stickler for guidelines. I do this because I know I'll accidentally throw off the proportions and it'll end up looking like a horrendous Picasso, but like accidentally. There are two ways I usually do this. One way through lines, the other way through ovals. It really depends on my mood at the time, and then I'll just get to work with drawing in the features. Now, this particular portrait doesn't look a lot like the reference, and that is deliberate. The reference is from a pack that I bought many moons ago, but I really liked the pose. Now, you may see a lot of artists, especially online, drawing a circle at the tip of the nose. This is partially a style thing, but it's also to help the artist find the tip of the nose and shade or colour accordingly. It can be a really helpful technique to use to visualise the tip of the nose. Something that's really present in a lot of artist sketchbook spreads is smaller tertiary or smaller sort of ad hoc images and illustrations. I love these so much, it adds so much character to the sketchbook spreads, so I wanted to utilise that within my sketchbook spreads. The issue that I had was that my theme was complementary colours, and I stupidly did not think beyond that. The iron gate and the telephone don't really have all that much impact or add anything particularly to this sketchbook spread. They're just kind of plopped onto there, and I feel that that does this sketchbook spread a disservice. There is no cohesion to this spread, so I think going forward I'm going to try and theme pages a bit more because this is chaotic and not in a cute way. The most stressful part of any drawing like this for me is doing the outlines and the inking. I love colouring and I love sketching, but line art has always been a weakness of mine. I really struggle with pen pressure. Everything's either too heavy or too light. Like I can't get that Goldilocks sort of level of pressure. I either bleed through to the next page or barely make a mark at all. And also I drop quite a lot of pens. It's embarrassing. Something that I do when I want to focus on a pose or focus on clothing instead of the face is that I will give them the derpiest face possible, because it stops me from putting all my attention into their face and focus elsewhere in that drawing, which is what I've done for this seated pose. Again, this sketchbook spread doesn't really have a theme. Going forward, I'm going to try and theme each spread. Maybe I could have done something to do with wires or old tech. Alas, I guess going forward, I'm going to do that, but for now, it's fine. It's a learning lesson. We all have them. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be done. During this phase, I am deepening the shadows and adding a black background to certain areas. The black background just really pulls forward the subject matter, so in this particular instance, it's the rotary phone. I think it just adds a lovely bit of extra dimension to it. It's just a bit bit of fun really, isn't it? At this stage, I thought this spread was looking a little bit bland, so I decided to use a yellow pencil for the brilliant highlights. The issue with that is that it then meant that my midtones were white, which is kind of counterintuitive, but I was just having fun with this and I thought adding that yellow light source could be really interesting. Now for this seated woman, I had not actually thought about how I was going to dress her before I started, which, like, spoiler, is not a good idea, gang. I think this is the most poorly planned sketchbook spread. So here I am just drawing the outfit over the top of the drawing I did before. During this interlude of me drawing tertiary imagery, please feel free to like and subscribe, comment if there's anything else you want to see from me or hear from me. I really genuinely want to know. I've done the classic blunder of poorly drawing a hand. Later on in this process, I'm going to show how I covered it up with a post-it note. It's not subtle whatsoever, but you know, it gets the job done. To darken the shadows, I've used a dark blue, and I've done this because I've used quite a bluish purple for the rest of the illustration. By adding that blue, it adds an extra dimension and also darkens the shadows in a way that makes sense. For the shadows that don't need to be as dark, I use the pencil that I was sketching in. This is just a very nice colour and I feel like it works incredibly well as a light shadow within this portrait. And I know that it sounds ridiculous saying light shadow, but it's darker than a mid-tone, but not the darkest value in the portrait. And I think it just works so well. Now it's time for the auxiliary doodles. This is a lot of stars, it's a lot of outlines and just kind of odd shapes to fill in the page and make it a little bit more interesting. I've also used some washi tape because I want to be trendy and cool like other cool trendy artists. It's a great way to add more colour to a page. The issue that I had was that I tried to use my washi tape to cover up the terrible hand. Unfortunately, the washi tape was translucent, so didn't work. This is me very subtly covering up that mistake. I think it looks beautiful, I don't know about you. I added some post-it notes to try and bring a little bit of extra colour, even if they didn't want to be on the page. One of the last things I did on this was to fill the top rectangle with lots of tiny yellow circles. I thought this would add a pop or just something interesting. It did not. It also took ages. It was such a pain in the bum, and I don't think it was worth it. So 0 out of 10, don't do this when you're doing your own. It's repetitive. If you like that, that's probably great. I don't. I got very annoyed very quickly. Now to finish this all off, I'm going to stamp it and date it. This is my lovely little stamp. I don't often use my stamps in videos because it makes things a little bit messy. I don't have the patience for it to dry, and you may notice that I did this in July. I have taken a long time to edit this video, so yeah, sorry. If you've stuck around this long, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you enjoyed or didn't enjoy. I'm more than happy to have feedback. And I just wanted to share some artworks that some people in the community have shared, and it makes me so happy. I cannot tell you how happy it makes me. Anyway, YouTubey things, like, comment, subscribe, etc. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll upload much faster than this. Bye!